We have got actual recordings leaked of Diddy in prison telling people to get rid of things.
Do not entertain none of this nonsense and nothing over the phone. Need you to reach out to the producer, let these motherfuckers know there's a release date for that new Netflix movie.
Alright, Pop. It's crazy right now.
Everybody out there quiet as a mother.
These leaked phone calls are causing a stir on social media. While some folks think they might be edited, others can't help but believe there's something real here, especially since Diddy seemed to be dropping hints that only he and his son would get. It's like he's leaving clues just for them, which, let's be real, makes everything sound way more suspicious.
I'm gonna need you to get rid of all the leftover pizza boxes.
The what?
All the boxes left over from the pizza. All the boxes.
Okay.
Make sure you recycle the plastic like we talked about.
And here's the twist. Jay-Z's getting pulled into this whole mess too.
Did Jay reach out yet?
Nah, Pop. He ghosting.
What the f*** is this motherfucker doing? These things sweet now because I'm in here.
It's all good. You about to get out on bail.
Now, if you've been following along, you know Jay's been under the microscope for a while now, and not for good reasons. His ties to Diddy are raising a few eyebrows, and honestly, it's not surprising. This is the same guy who's been accused of everything from taking out rivals to mistreating Beyonce, selling substances, and even making deals with Hollywood's darkest corners. So if you're out here thinking Jay has no idea about Diddy's shady side, well, you might want to think again.
As a close friend of Jay-Z, what was your reaction to him opening up about his infidelities in the Family Feud video?
Yeah. I mean, that's what music gives you the power to do. And I think that, once you're ready to share it with your fans in the world, then nobody could judge it. They have to accept what it is. And I thought it was dope.
Were you surprised?
No.
That he put it out there?
No, I wasn't.
Many are also questioning Diddy's choice to involve his kids in this situation. Though no one's doubting he cares for his children, people are saying that, as a father, he should shield them from this drama, especially since 3 of his kids are minors. But it seems he's not backing down. His lawyer even stated he is very concerned about his kids and their well-being. He has 3 minor children, 2 of whom have no living parents available, with him incarcerated. 4 of his 7 children have neither parent available, with him incarcerated. Another source shared that Diddy's kids are in a state of crisis and shock after his arrest, saying, "It's heartbreaking to see the children in the state they're in. This is their father, but to them he's not Diddy, he's dad. He's always been a loving, devoted father." Diddy's family lineup includes Christian, Jesse, and Delilah, whom he shared with the late Kim Porter. Quincy, Porter's son with Al B. Sure, was adopted by Diddy, while Justin and Chance are his kids with Misa Hilton and Sarah Chapman, respectively. In 2022, he welcomed his youngest daughter, Love, with Dana Tran. And the leaked phone call reportedly involved Christian Combs, Diddy's son, who faced serious accusations just months ago. Back in April, a woman named Grace Omar Kai filed a lawsuit in a Los Angeles civil court accusing Christian of SA during a luxury yacht trip. And Diddy isn't off the hook here either. He's named in the lawsuit for allegedly creating an environment that led to the incident. Omar Kai, who worked as a steward on the yacht, described it as anything but a family-friendly trip. She claims the yacht was filled with intoxicated guests, celebrities, suspected S-workers, and substances. She believes drinks served to her and other women may have been spiked, describing scenes of guests falling over themselves, panicking, or passing out. The lawsuit states that Christian, who was 26 at the time, pressured her to drink tequila with him and got aggressive when she tried to leave, allegedly grabbing her arm and kissing her neck, face, and hands. Things reportedly escalated later, with Christian attempting to force her into an intimate act in the yacht's cinema room. Adding fuel to the fire, Diddy's record producer, Rodney Lil Rod Jones, who also has a lawsuit against Diddy, was reportedly present and recorded parts of the incident. Omar Kai claims that when she reported this to the ship's captain, it was swept under the rug, allegedly with a large tip from Diddy to keep her complaint silent. This traumatic experience has taken a toll on Omar Kai's personal life. She says her long-term relationship ended, and she's now struggling with an eating disorder and epileptic seizures. So it's clear Diddy's sons aren't exactly in the dark about their dad's questionable actions. In fact, both King and Justin Combs have been named in lawsuits alongside Diddy. King Combs is mentioned in a lawsuit filed by Lil Rod, who claims that King was involved in his father's alleged S-teaking operation and even saw Diddy intoxicating and mistreating a woman. Justin Combs isn't off the hook either. He's also named in Lil Rod's lawsuit with accusations that he was involved in arranging meetups with female S-workers, underage girls, and other S-workers. Despite all this, both King and Justin are publicly standing by their dad, defending him and calling the allegations nothing but lies. In fact, Diddy's three sons, Christian King, Quincy, and Justin, recently got into a heated argument with singer Ray J outside of influencer Terra Electra's Halloween bash in LA. According to TMZ, the showdown happened because Diddy's sons confronted Ray J about comments he made publicly about their father, amidst all the legal drama. According to the outlet, the siblings surrounded Ray J and started getting in each other's faces, chest bumping and all. It was clear that Justin and Christian were itching for a fight, but then Chris Brown, who was watching everything unfold from his car, jumped in to help out. He quickly diffused the situation by pulling the brothers away from Ray J's manager, David. There were a few other folks who tried to step in as well, making sure things didn't escalate any further, and thankfully, no one ended up getting hurt. Before the confrontation, the brothers had actually approached Ray J 3 times to chat about his comments. Ray J mentioned that he was totally open to having that conversation, but wasn't about to let himself get disrespected by what he called little kids. And while all of this is unfolding, Diddy is sitting in jail, waiting for his sons to step up and do something for him. He's made it pretty clear he's not enjoying life behind bars, calling the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn hell on earth. This place has a reputation and not a good one. MDC is known for its extreme brutality, unsanitary conditions, and overcrowding issues. Reports have even circulated about maggot-infested food, though officials deny it. Even judges sometimes avoid sending offenders there, given its notorious track record. Now, Diddy's far from the comforts of his $48 million mansion, instead spending his days in solitary confinement under suicide watch, a standard protocol for high-profile inmates. It's not just Diddy who's faced these conditions either. This facility has also held names like Ghislaine Maxwell, R. Kelly, and Sam Bankman-Fried, making it a holding place for quite a notorious lineup. To give you an idea of how rough things get in MDC, this past summer alone saw 2 fatal stabbings. And back in April, a gang-related incident involving MS-13 members stabbing another inmate 44 times. For Diddy, this isn't just uncomfortable, it's a world away from the luxury he's used to. Right now, Diddy is counting on his sons for help as he faces his grim reality in jail. Yet every passing moment seems to weigh on him even more heavily, especially since some of his once loyal allies have distanced themselves. Among these former friends is none other than Jay-Z, a figure that many thought was as close to Diddy as a brother. After all, both are named Sean, both grew up as titans in hip-hop, and both were practically inseparable, until now. But ever since Diddy's legal troubles began piling up, Jay-Z has been eerily quiet. Their bond seemed unbreakable, yet Jay has remained on the sidelines through all of this. Fans are starting to speculate, especially given Jay-Z's own controversial history. For anyone who remembers, Jay-Z and 50 Cent's rivalry back in 1999 was fierce, with both vying for the title of King of New York. The feud was so intense that Jay once claimed he could end 50's career. Surprisingly, the beef simmered down when they collaborated on the remix of I Get Money, which also featured Diddy. But according to rumors, that recording session revealed some disturbing secrets, leading 50 Cent to distance himself from both men. Some say 50 found out things about Jay and Diddy that made him rethink his alliances.
Jay-Z ain't answering the phone? He ain't answering the phone.
Over the years, Jay-Z has faced whispers about actions that could shock the public. As more allegations against Diddy emerge, some people wonder if Jay-Z's involvement in the duo's exploits is deeper than it seems. One incident in particular has stuck with fans: Jay-Z's alleged relationship with Foxy Brown, who was reportedly very young at the time. Rumor has it Jay paid Foxy to keep their relationship quiet, especially after Dame Dash, Jay's former business partner, got defensive when asked about it.
At what age was Foxy Brown signed?
I wasn't paying attention to Foxy Brown.
But that's
I didn't sign Foxy Brown.
I know
Stop
you did.
putting
I'm
me in
just
that.
asking a
You keep asking
question.
because I'm on the block. I'm responsible for everybody. I don't know
you the
nothing about
boss.
that. Yo, don't beat around the bush. Say what you want
I'm
to say.
just
What do you
asking.
mean by that?
The situation has some eerie parallels to Diddy's controversial relationship with Cassie. Just as Diddy began seeing Cassie when she was 19, promising her fame only to allegedly derail her life, Jay's connection to Foxy paints a similar picture. Dame Dash didn't hold back when he talked about Jay's actions. He even mentioned Jay-Z's continued collaborations with R. Kelly, refusing to cut ties despite Kelly's well-known reputation.
Listen to him knowing that they said he married a 15-year-old. That was the issue. That you knew it was illegal to be married to a 15-year-old, and the dude could actually put out a fucking album that says age ain't nothing but a number.
Right.
And y'all gonna listen to it and not say a word. That's where people should be ashamed of themselves.
I'm with you.
Oh, that my partner did a fucking album and did a tour with him? That was the frustration.
That's the frustration.
Yeah. And
this was reportedly the final straw for Dame Dash. After years of friendship, he decided to part ways with Jay-Z over his refusal to distance himself from R. Kelly, despite Kelly's mounting controversies. Jay-Z's ongoing collaboration with Kelly, especially after disturbing revelations about Kelly's marriage to a then 15-year-old Aaliyah, left many fans and friends baffled. Most expected Jay to cut ties, but instead he doubled down, joining forces with Kelly on their album, The Best of Both Worlds, an album that seemed to show Jay's continued support. Aaliyah's tragic story doesn't end there. Beyond her shocking marriage to Kelly, she was reportedly the object of Jay-Z's romantic interest. Dame Dash claimed that Jay tried to woo Aaliyah repeatedly, sending her flowers and exclusive invitations. But Aaliyah, known for her quiet resilience, wasn't interested and often turned him down. Her untimely death in a plane crash remains one of the music industry's most heartbreaking losses, and some have even suggested darker theories behind it. Rumors circulated that Aaliyah hadn't planned to board that ill-fated flight. Some reports allege that she was sedated and unconscious when placed on the plane, only to face her tragic fate shortly after takeoff. After Aaliyah, Jay-Z's attention reportedly shifted to Beyonce. Like Foxy and Aaliyah, Beyonce was young, just 16, when she first met Jay, who later claimed he waited until she turned 18 before making any moves. Yet troubling claims from Beyonce's former bodyguard, Uncle Ron, cast shadows on this narrative. According to Ron, Jay introduced Beyonce to substances that ultimately led to a period of addiction, a tactic allegedly used to exert control over her.
Yeah, Beyonce's on drugs. She's been on them for a long time, and you keep her that way. Y'all wish it what you wish it to stay on.
But perhaps one of the most unsettling parts of Jay-Z's story is his rumored relationship with a woman named Kathy. Hollywood Street King was the first to reveal this, suggesting that Jay had been seeing Kathy, who was a friend of Real Housewives of Atlanta star Claudia Jordan. Kathy was reportedly spotted at events with Jay, Diddy, and Claudia, sparking whispers about a secret affair. Then, just a year after these rumors came to light, Kathy passed away unexpectedly. The official report said she died from a brain aneurysm, but many people were suspicious. Hollywood Street King dropped another bombshell claiming that Kathy had been pregnant with a boy at the time of her death, which only made the situation seem stranger. Since Jay was already married to Beyonce, rumors started that he didn't want any outside children, leading some to believe that Kathy's death might not have been as simple as it seemed. Adding to the mystery, an NYPD detective allegedly spoke with Hollywood Street King, hinting that Kathy's death wasn't as straightforward as the reports made it seem. Although the official cause was listed as a brain aneurysm, the detective reportedly suggested that something more might have been at play. Since then, Kathy's sudden death has remained a mystery, with many wondering if Jay-Z's involvement went beyond the rumors of an affair. And these rumors, they're just the tip of the iceberg. Over the years, countless theories have emerged about Jay-Z and Diddy, suggesting that they may have eliminated their biggest rivals, including Tupac, Biggie, Andre Harrell, Heavy D, and more, all to stay at the top of the game. With Diddy now under arrest, these old stories are surfacing again, and it seems detectives might be taking a second look at these mysterious deaths. But here's the twist. Diddy isn't planning to go down alone. When he asked his son if Jay-Z had reached out yet, and his son stayed silent, something changed. Diddy decided that if he's going down, he might just take others with him. And now he's talking about having the last laugh, hinting that he might be ready to expose secrets about Jay-Z and others to get his revenge and protect himself. In fact, right before his arrest, Diddy was reportedly cooperating with the feds. He had flown to New York with plans to work with the FBI, supposedly ready to snitch on several high-profile celebrities who were already on the Bureau's radar. But then, out of nowhere, things took a sharp turn. The feds seemed to change their strategy, and just a day after his scheduled meeting, Diddy himself was arrested, catching everyone off guard. Now, with his bail denied 3 times, Diddy is scrambling to prove his innocence, or at the very least, to get a lighter sentence if he's convicted. The evidence against him is described as overwhelming, and with over 24 lawsuits already filed, it looks like his legal troubles are only mounting. Sources report that over 100 victims have come forward, each with similar accusations and compelling evidence, making it harder for him to dodge these serious charges. And to add insult to injury, Diddy is not only facing over 24 lawsuits, but has also been hit with new allegations concerning inappropriate behavior towards minors. One notable case involves a 10-year-old boy who was an aspiring rapper and actor. According to the lawsuit, during a supposed audition for Diddy in a New York City hotel room in 2005, the boy claims that he was given a soda that had been tampered with by one of Diddy's associates. After consuming the drink, he reportedly lost consciousness, and when he woke up, Diddy allegedly threatened to harm his parents if he revealed what had happened. The second lawsuit involves a 17-year-old boy who claims that during a 3-day audition for the reality show Making the Band produced by Diddy, he found himself in uncomfortable situations with Diddy and a bodyguard. When the contestant voiced his concerns, he was removed from the competition, which resulted in a 7-year absence from the music industry. Both lawsuits were filed under New York City Victims of Gender-Motivated Protection Act, which allows individuals to bring forth cases even if the statute of limitations has expired. While these new lawsuits against Diddy are really sad and disturbing, they're not exactly surprising. All the victims share similar stories about being given drinks that were spiked and then treated badly afterward. Considering Diddy's power back in the day, it makes sense why many never spoke out before. Even Gene Deal, Diddy's former bodyguard, painted a pretty grim picture of him. He described Diddy not just as a demanding boss, but as someone who has lost touch with his humanity over time, fueled by an ever-growing desire for power and validation. It's like the fame and success turned him into a different person. He highlighted how Diddy's early mentors like Andre Harrell and Russell Simmons were big names in the industry known for their tough tactics. Gene suggested that Diddy didn't just learn their smart business strategies, but also picked up some of their darker habits, ultimately becoming a reflection of the same behaviors that helped him climb to the top.
He wasn't born a monster. He was made into a monster, brother. But it's all because his mentors and the people that trained him and taught him the music business. And that's what happened to him. He started doing the things to other people that was done to him. When he was in New York City, he was like that gecko from the Geico commercial, smoking cigarettes, smoking weed and everything like that. He turned into something that you could consider.
For Gene, Diddy's empire was built on shaky morals, and he believed that eventually his actions would catch up with him. In March 2024, it looked like that moment finally arrived when federal agents from Homeland Security swooped in on Diddy's homes in Los Angeles and Miami. It was a dramatic escalation in his legal issues, with helicopters hovering over his Beverly Hills mansion and his sons, Justin and Christian, spotted in handcuffs outside. Gene wasn't shocked by Diddy's mounting legal problems. He had always felt that Diddy's actions would eventually lead to a point where his wealth and influence couldn't shield him from facing the music. Gene openly predicted that Diddy might try to use his resources to escape the consequences, as he had in the past. But with the weight of the current allegations, it seemed more likely that this time would be different. Determined to stand by what he believes, Gene said he was ready to testify about his experiences, even if it meant facing backlash from Diddy's devoted fans. His commitment to sharing his truth, despite the risks, highlighted the seriousness of his claims and the complicated power dynamics in Diddy's world. This situation could get complicated for some big-name celebrities like Jay-Z and Beyonce, who are rumored to have supported Diddy's tactics, allowing him to stay in the clear for so long. And when it comes to that phone call between Diddy and his son, some fans think the mention of pizza means getting rid of old stuff like DVDs and CDs, because pizza is just a cover for talking about kids' things. It looks like they might be trying to distance themselves from their past victims, especially the ones who are now adults. Just look at Justin, who was once in those pizza conversations, but now it seems like those talks have turned into something more like leftovers from the past. What do you think about all this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And while we wait for more updates, don't forget to like, subscribe, and check out our other videos for deeper dives into these stories.